Yo, what's going on, guys? Joey Sherkenbach is back here with another video for you guys. Guys, I know it's Sunday morning, couldn't do it last night because I was very busy, but here we go, guys. Conference Championship Sunday. Going to be giving you my game picks for the AFC Championship game and the NFC Championship game. So let's jump right on into it. So, NFC Championship game is first, so we'll start with that. We have, seeding doesn't really matter. We had the 5th seeded Bucks with the 1 seeded Packers. Again, it doesn't matter because these are the only 2 teams in the conference left. But anyways, Bucks at Packers first game. So this game could really go either way. As you guys know, I've been on Twitter. I've been in a lot of media this week, seeing a lot of mixed opinions, which I understand. I think there's a pretty fair agreement that the Bucks are not a great matchup for the Packers. For one, they literally abused them the first time they played. That wasn't Tampa Bay, and the Bucks are way better at home, but they destroyed the Packers. Also, the Bucks have an excellent front seven, and yes, the Packers' offensive line is good, but they wreaked havoc the first time, especially the linebackers, and the Packers could not move the ball down the field. And the Bucks' offense, of course, very, very good as well. However, it looks like, in terms of weather conditions, which really matters, especially in Green Bay, because you never know. It's snowing like during the day today. However, it is expected to be just about done by the game. So it should not be snowing at least considerably heavily during the game. However, it's going to be cold, and the ball might be slippery, and of course they'll plow the field, but the Bucks will not be used to it. Of course Brady is, but Brady's only one person, so I worry about the Bucks receivers having a lot of drops, having some miscues, and defense maybe as well, but I'm thinking the Bucks offense might struggle at least to start. And again, the Packers defense, consistency issues, however, they have come on strong the past several weeks. They're healthy, relatively speaking, no big injuries on the defensive side, so that's big news for the Packers. Also big news, no Antonio Brown today for the Bucks. And again, he hasn't been anything record-breaking since he joined the Bucks, but he's been a solid receiver. And again, that's just another receiver that defenses have to game plan for, because that trio is absolutely insane. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Antonio Brown. If one of them is taken out of the equation because they're not playing, that is absolutely massive. So, no Antonio Brown is big. You can say the same thing about anyone, but that's a big loss for the Bucks. Again, because Antonio Brown is a solid receiver. I mean, not nearly as good as he was with the Steelers, but he's still solid, and he is worthy of having a game plan for. It's not like you can just ignore him. So now that they don't have to game plan for Antonio Brown, that is big. And I think the Packers knew that. Antonio Brown was listed as inactive a couple days ago, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be Godwin and Evans. I don't know how the Packers plan to do it because Evans and Godwin are pretty equally matched. I would probably take Evans by a smidge, but I'm assuming they'll probably put Jair Alexander on Mike Evans. The issue is the Packers are lacking the number 2 corner. Their safeties are excellent. Adrian Amos, Darnell Savage, but again, they're safeties. Their backup corners are not good at all. Kevin King is dog crap, and I just heard they signed Tramon Williams after getting released from the Ravens. He was with the Packers for a long time, released from them. Ravens signed him to the practice squad, elevated him. He was crap with us, released him, and now he's signed with the Packers, and he gets another chance in the playoffs. Lucky son of a gun. But anyways, he's not good. He's aging. He's like, 38 or something? He's not remotely good anymore. So, again, that's why. No Antonio Brown, that's huge. But I don't know if they're going to be able to take both receivers out of the equation still, because, again, Packers do not have good secondary corners at all. I guess that kind of sounds contradictory. They do not have good number 2 and number 3 corners. Jair Alexander, possibly the best corner in the league this year, but he can only do so much, and he can't cover 2 guys at once. So we'll see how they do that. I don't know if they'll run zone, they'll run man, maybe they'll put Savage or Amos in the box. I don't know what their game plan is, but I do worry a bit about that. However, again, I think the Bucs receivers might have some drop issues tonight because they're not going to be used to the cold and perhaps snowy weather. All right, let's look to the Green Bay. So, offense, Aaron Rodgers, MVP year. I called it from the start of the year. He is going to win MVP regardless of who wins this game. He is locked in right now. He has only had, I think, 2 genuinely bad games. Well, 1 really bad game and 1 just off game. Really bad against the Bucks, which is who he's playing today, so you never like to see that. But and he also did not play very well against the Panthers. Their offense was flat that night. They only scored 24 points. But other than that, the offense has been absolutely locked in this year. Devontae Adams having a big year. He continues to get better and better. Offensive line, again, has a hard time staying healthy, but when it's healthy, it's very good. They were excellent last week against, a very good front four. Totally took Aaron Donald out of the equation. Of course, receivers, they have good number two and number three receivers. Of course, Devontae Adams, but Allen Lazard, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and even St. Brown, or whatever his name is, if needed. So that's good. Bucs secondary, trash. So the key is the Packers are going to need to air the ball out. Now, again, it's cold, and it might be snowing depending on where the bands go. But anyways, if it's snowing, they still need to throw the ball, because the Bucs, I don't mind them trying to run, but I think they're going to have a really hard time getting a run game going, because the Bucs run defense is very tough. Also, on top of that, they are getting Vita Vea back, their elite run stopper who's been out for a while, I think an ankle injury. That's huge for the Bucs. So I think Aaron Jones, as good as he is and as good as the Packers offensive line was last week, he's going to have a tough time getting something going. Again, to be fair, I think I probably said the same thing last week, and they did get a big running game going. Their offensive line was dominant. However, the Bucs not only have a great front four, they have a great front seven. Their linebackers are excellent, probably the best in the league. Levante David, Devin White, that duo is absolutely insane. So it's going to be tough. So the Packers are going to need to air the ball out. But thankfully, the Bucs secondary is not good in the least. They need to attack over the top. Adams needs to have a big game. And I don't know. The main reason that's making me hesitant, Tom Brady in the playoffs, very, very hard to beat. Yes, he did. He did play very poorly last week against the Titans, but that was one game, and his supporting cast was absolute garbage. It's totally flipped. He has a great supporting cast on offense, but it's in Green Bay with the year Rodgers is having. He's locked in right now. I gotta go with the Packers. This could go either way. I would not be surprised if the Bucs win. I'm going to go with the Packers, though. I think they are the better team. I'm going to go with Green Bay here, guys. 31-27 should be a great and fun game. I'm going on the high scoring side. Again, both defenses are decent, but I don't think either is going to be enough to slow down the offense. So 31-27 Packers. Okay, guys, our final game here, because there's only two. AFC, we have the, it was the 2-seeded Bills at 1-seeded Chiefs. So the top 2 seeds in the AFC. This is, again, huge game. This should be a great game as well. Well, I'll talk more about that in a second. I kind of have an unpopular opinion with this one. But anyways, Mahomes is playing. It's official. Clear concussion protocol. He's active. Rashad Breeland, he had a concussion. He was in the concussion protocol as well, I heard. He's elevated. He's playing. So the Chiefs, fully healthy. Again, I don't know if Mahomes is not going to be at full strength, but he is playing. So no Chad Henne, at least unless Mahomes gets hurt again. Hopefully he does not. Bucks. Bills. No injuries or anything serious for them. Everyone should be healthy. There's nothing serious going on, at least to my knowledge. No one got hurt when they played the Ravens last week. So both teams at full strength. So let's talk about this game. I don't know, guys. I'll kind of give you some hints of my unpopular opinion. I don't believe in the Bills, man. They were hot to end the season. Did they get hot maybe a bit too soon? Because, again, Josh Allen in the playoffs, and you could say this about a lot of young quarterbacks. Young quarterback, great in the regular season. They have a lot of potential. They do struggle in the playoffs. Allen has totally fallen down that route. And again, I'm not singling him out because so many quarterbacks, this has been the case for many quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson. The only young quarterback who's really avoided that is Patrick Mahomes. Like his first year, 2018, he was excellent in the playoffs as well. Should have gone to the Super Bowl if his defense wasn't a schoolyard. But anyways, Allen has not been great the past couple weeks. The offense in general has not been great. I mean, they only scored 27 points. And 27 points against the Colts defense is decent, but it was pretty evident that the Bills' offense was flat, and it was really, really flat against the Ravens last week. Again, yes, the Ravens have a great defense. Colts have a great defense. They have faced back-to-back good defenses, but I would be concerned as a Bills fan. They only scored 10 offensive points against the Ravens last week because, of course, 7 of those were on the pick six. 10 points is not nearly enough to beat the Chiefs. You need to score at least 30, and I know the Bills have a very good offense, but it's in the playoffs, on the road. Allen struggling in the playoffs. Again, he's so young, he's inexperienced, and he has a lot of potential, but I don't think he's there quite yet. As good a year as he's had, I do not think he's quite there yet. Meanwhile, the Chiefs at home in the playoffs, like you almost never beat them. And again, this is going to be a big battle because their defense has not been good for a while. It's always had its problems, especially in the regular season. However, in the regular season are the key words here. It does have a habit of coming up clutch in the playoffs, and it already showed some signs of that last week. Believe it or not, the Browns only scored 17 points. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing. Their offense only scored 22, but they were without Mahomes for essentially a whole quarter, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, The Browns only scored 17 points. That's a great offense that was really, really hot coming into the game. Had just scored 48 points against possibly the best defense in the league, and they held them to 17 points. So the Chiefs defense possibly already starting to show signs of coming up big. We will see. However, the Bills have a very good offensive line, so they can slow down the defensive line, slow down the pass rush. But anyways, receiving core, very, very good. The Chiefs' secondary is meh, besides Tyrann Mathieu, but still, I don't know who's going to win this battle. But again, Bills, their defense, it had one good game, but still this year it has not been great, clearly fading from last year. And again, their offense needs to score 30-plus points to beat the Chiefs, and I just don't think they're going to get it done. Maybe in a couple years, but I don't think Allen has it yet. I think he definitely could get there, but he does not have it yet. It's in Kansas City, guys, and it could be close, but I kind of think the Chiefs are going to run away with this one. I just think they're locked in right now, as usual, because they're the Chiefs. Their defense is going to keep getting better, at least in the playoffs. It can come up big. I'm going to go with the Chiefs here, guys. Let's go Kansas City, 34-20. I think it could be closer. And again, 14 points is not a crush, but I think the Chiefs are going to kind of run away with this one, especially in the second half. So 34-20, Kansas City. However, if Buffalo wins, I mean, I will be a bit surprised, but I wouldn't be totally shocked. And guys, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I know it's only 2 games, but we will make the best of it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I am out. Peace out. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Go Ravens. I wish we were in it, but unfortunately, we'll try again next year. Enjoy the games, and I will see you guys next weekend for a full breakdown of the Super Bowl, and I will be doing a recap of the Super Bowl next week. Or excuse me, not next week. In 2 weeks, I will give you full breakdown of the Super Bowl and a recap on it as well. So enjoy the games, guys, and I will see you then.